Good morning, y'all. It's Matt, Dlux, DluxFab.com. Hope y'all having a good day. It's Friday out here. It's a balmy 7 degrees outside, wind chill of -9. We're staring right in the teeth of the snowstorm of the century if you listen to everybody on the internet and TV and everywhere else. But, you know, we're still going to do some work anyway. We're going to get some stuff done. So today, we're talking about our new brass knuckles for the Ar45 axle, or it'll also fit the Scx-10 Pro axle. So here's a knuckle here. As you can see, these are 44. You'll need 44 millimeters of room in your wheel to fit these. So our 1.9 high clearance wheels that fit on these real mint. They also have our the screw holes here tapped, so you can, if you wanted to run loaded dice or you wanted to bolt on any of our weights right here, it's the same bolt pattern as all that, right? It's pretty cool stuff. So these weigh 135.5 grams a piece. So that's a pretty hefty knuckle. Nice and stout, lots of weight for your, your front bite on your truck. That's 271 grams for the pair. For those of us that are, a little math challenged. I already did the math, so we're good to go there. And the in the interest of brevity and keeping this video short and sweet, I've already did this one side over here. As you can see, goes on pretty straightforward. Got sweet angle, kind of a built-in steering stop. As you can see, the steering arm goes right there. These are bolt-on arms too. So if you want to do some kind of a BTA where you have a servo back here and your drag links back here, you can push it. You can do it that way too. Pretty nice little setup. So yeah, let's talk about putting the other side on here. We're going to start with, I pulled it all apart so you can see it. I'm going to show you guys something you may run into now and then. I'm just going to show you. Every now and then when you pull one of these axles out of a knuckle, as I'm doing here, you'll see it'll catch up on this outer bearing, and you'll try to push it on through. See how it just caught up and pushed that bearing out? We're going to show you what did that and how to correct it. So let me push that back out. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. I'm going to try to get it in frame. Focus. Focus, you. Come on. It's hard to see. There you go. From your perspective, on the bottom of that hole for the pin, you can see there's a little raised spot there, a little ridge. What happens is the pin, let me slide it in here. As this pin's in here, you're driving the truck and beating on it, and doing what we do with these trucks. That pin will kind of mess up. See the corner of my fingernail right there. That pin will make a ridge right here, and that's what's catching up on your bearing. You can catch it just barely with the driver. Same on this other side. You see where it's a little shinier right here along this edge? It's catching up. There's a little raised spot there. It'll happen on both sides. So that's what's causing to catch up on your bearings. You can take some sandpaper and clean that off. I'm going to use a power tool real quick and just knock that edge down. Just that little ridge, and that'll slide right in the bearing real minty. So give me a sec, I'll do that. No, I just used fancy little M12 grinder thing. Because all you got to do is kiss that a little bit. And then I'm going to take the sandpaper and I'm going to smooth that up a bit. That should do it. She should slide through pretty nice now and not catch up. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. Oh, look, come on. Boom. No more catching up. Next step, we're going to go ahead and put our pin, hex, and all that on, right? So if you notice, there's a little notch right here. That's to make that easy to get that pin in. Come on. Y'all know I got big silly fingers. See, I just dropped it. I'm going to grab it with the pliers just to make my life easier. Try to keep this in frame for you guys. Get our drive pin in there. We'll get that centered up. Sorry if I'm blocking y'all's view. Get that centered up horizontally, more or less like that. We'll take our hex, find the set screw spot, drop that in the home, push that in there like so. Got our little set screw. Now your hex design may vary. There's different hexes out there. These are hexes I had. You know, so we'll get that on there and get that torqued down. All right, sweet. Now we got our axle shaft mounted up all minty in our knuckle. Cool, right? Next step, we got these, got our bushings here, right? These go in from the inside facing out. Now, if you guys don't know how to get this apart, disassembly is just the reverse of assembly. Most of y'all, no big deal. You understand. We're going to get these in here. I may need to use the pliers again, just because, you know, Fat Fingers Magoo over here. Come on now. Don't fight me now. There we go. Got it started. Push her home. A little grease on those bushings wouldn't hurt. I don't have any handy. And like I said, I'll come back and do that later. Now hold this where these kingpin or these pivot bolts, however you want to say, they're horizontal, right? So you're not going to turn it and they're going to fall out. You can see here this is a stock C-hub. Someone already clearanced this for steering on the OG C-hubs or knuckles that were on here. I've already removed these outer bearings. You don't need those. We're going to drop this in like that. Forgive my big silly hands. I'm going to turn the axle shaft till it drops into the locker. And we're going to slide this in here. It's going to fit snug, but it should. Now in your kit, you're going to have longer bolts and shorter bolts. I think these are 10 millimeter and those are 8s, if memory serves. The 10 millimeter are for your kingpin pivots right here. So we're going to go ahead and get them in, get them started. These are still a plastic C-hub, so I really don't need Loctite on plastic. But if you're going into a brass or an aluminum C-hub, you're going to need put some Loctite on those threads. Careful, don't get Loctite on the sleeves for these bushings, because it'll try to lock this up. You want Loctite on the threads of the screw, not on the bushing, because you don't want to lock that up. A little grease on the bushing and a little Loctite on the screws. But in the plastic, it snugs up real nice and tight. Flip her over. You'll see this is recessed here for your screw head. That's pretty nice. I like that feature. Run her home like so. Nice and snug. Well, bam. Now we got our knuckle on. Pretty straightforward stuff, but you know, nice. It is very nice. Now, making a mess out of my stuff. Got our steering arm. As you can see, these are the same both sides. They're ambidextrous, as it were. Left to right, right to left. Goes on like so. Now we're going to start both screws loose before we tighten either one. Now, putting this together for good, same deal. I'd put a little Loctite on these just to keep them tight. So as you're beating on the truck in the woods or on the rocks, you don't loosen this up. So now we got them both started. Let's spin them down. A little hiya. And hiya. Well, guys, pretty much there you have it. The kit comes with the tie rod. I neglected to grab that and have it handy, but you know how that works. Tie rod goes from here to here. Your drag link will go to this side because your drag link has to go to the same side as your panhard bar. But more or less, there you go, guys. Got our Ar45 knuckles on the Ar45s. Once again, this will also fit your Scx-10 Pro trucks. So, but we got plenty of steering angle. It'll do 65. Without any modifications, you easily get 65 degrees of steering angle out of these. So they're a real nice piece. One thing I thought I'd touch on real quick. People always ask about hub fitment and all that. You know, what fits, what doesn't. So these are some typical Chanquish. I'm sure they're knockoffs. Blue wheels you guys have seen on the buggy that we've been working with. Here's the hubs that are on it. You can see where I had some rubbage on this before. But as far as the hub setup, I don't know, this is probably a little 225 hub, I think. I don't know exactly. It's a China. It came with the rig, right? But we're talking about wheel fitment. You guys always, you know, what fits, what doesn't fit, right? So that setup, as you see right there, real nice. See the room we got around there? It could even be more, it could even be narrower. I'm just trying to turn this, guys, so you can see how much room there is. So that's pretty typical of your 1/9 scale style wheel. And with that narrow hub and that little spacer, you could probably get rid of that rotor spacer and that'll still fit on there real mint. So yeah, just figured I'd show you guys the fitment on these wheels just because a lot of guys run these wheels. They're super popular. I mean, these are typical of a Vanquish wheel or Chanquish wheel, however you want to look at it. Another thing also on the back of this that I failed to mention earlier was these here. If you want to run, or if you need to run steering stops, mechanical stops because you're hard on stuff, like me, you could run that and you could put a screw there with the spacer and that'll run right against the C-hub and stop that from overextending your universal. As you can see though, we're hard over, and as far as this will mechanically go against that, there ain't no catching, hitching, or none of that right there, right? Same with the other side. You know, the steering arm hits that panhard bar mount. Oh, I'm holding on to it. But yeah, no crow hop, no hitching or fussing. Mint. So you could run a steering stop if you needed it, depending on your layout. But I think once you get the tie rod on here, it'll stop you this way with this steering arm. It'll stop you this way with this steering arm. So, but yeah, that's pretty cool stuff. All right, guys, I just wanted to show you that fitment so you kind of got an idea what would fit or what wouldn't fit. That's a pretty small typical hub, but that's what'll easily fit with these knuckles. Just so you have a reference. You know, your setup may vary, your mileage may vary, but now you have a place to start, like in your mind, and be like, oh, if Beast says that'll fit, well, the ones I have look almost exactly like that. It'll probably be fine. It'll probably be fine. If not, little rotor spacer, little hub spacer to get you mint. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Go build something. See ya.